Okay guys, welcome back to Begin Again. And I'm out here at North Texas Kartways with my buddy Jack. You guys know Jack. We have you caught on film saying that my Honda sucks.
It did, yes.
It did.
It definitely sucked.
And so you did a full court press on me and said you need to get a new engine.
Yes.
And so I listened.
Yes.
Like any good student would. And I went and bought myself a Rok motor. In all seriousness, lots more power. That second seat strut that you've been after me to get, which I couldn't do with the Honda, with the pipe and all that kind of stuff. Now I've got a second strut, and we're trying brand new tires. So it ought to be an interesting day.
I think compared to your other motor, I think this is really going to shock you. It's like another class. I just can't wait to see when you come off the track, what you say about it. It's going to be like night and day to you.
That's great.
Night and day.
That's great. Well, let's give it a shot.
All right,
see what happens.
Rock and roll. Let's do it. Tell us briefly about yourself.
I wear men's underwear.
There you go.
And that's my brief story.
All right, moment of greatness. There we go, a little bit. Yeah, you might need to come in and change the doors and go back out.
Man, it's been a long time. When that engine finally gets in the pipe, holy smokes, man.
Yeah.
It roars. Now, I'm way rich.
What jet do you have in there?
I don't know, we're gonna have to find out.
You need about a 40.
Yeah, it needs to be leaned out a bunch.
Oh,
Because I think what's happening is that air filter that we put in is causing it to be rich. It's not flowing as much air. And therefore,
well, you need to see what kind of jet's in there, but
yeah,
I know Mark, I always 130, I could have kept a 140 in there all the time, quite frankly.
Yep.
I could have kept a 140 in there.
That's right. Yeah, there's no question it's way rich. So I want to lean that down before.
Of course, you never got on it, cleaned it out.
Well, I know, and the problem is that it was really bogged badly coming out of the corners. So when it finally would clean out, it was like I'm out of the straightaway now.
But Mike may have I don't know, 158 or something in there to break it in.
May have a really fat break.
Something, maybe. But yeah, let's check that.
All right. What are you doing?
150. I bet he's got a 140 in there.
Could be.
He's got all around it but that, which is what, if it's that's what he's got in there, leave it in there. Oh, 160.
That puppy's coming out.
Dang.
Let's put a 140 in there.
You don't have a 140.
Okay. What
you have, their closest is a 142 or 138.
Let's go with the 42. That's going to be a big jump. Thank you, sir. And folks, this is a great example of why you go and you have a mentor. I mean, karters are notoriously fantastic about helping people out. And, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Jack's been fantastic. Mike Jones has helped me at the shop. And, but at the track, of course, Jack's the guy that I've been dealing with the most. And it's stuff like this that, I don't know what I'm doing. Jack does.
Well, I don't go that far, but this thing's going to be a beast. You might need 2 pair of underwear change. All right, let's see what we got.
Way better.
There ain't a whole lot of difference between that and the one, that I could just tell. But I know 160's got to be way too rich.
Man, when that thing kicked in that last time, I was like,
I saw you when you go in there. You kind of missed that corner. You're all out here, and in,
I was like,
in the
okay,
dust zone.
we're about to make it dirty.
This engine, when you come off of turn 7, you absolutely have to grab the next gear because it's pulling so hard.
Right.
And then you really have to brake and downshift to do 8 and 9. You know, the track doesn't have just a whole lot of grip today. It's hard to explain, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, a Mark French would say to us, oh, this track's a couple seconds slow. Is what it feels like, because there's just no grip. And what feels like a normal entry speed into 1 is pretty exciting now. It's pretty exciting. The other part is you're absolutely right. This thing is way more physical now.
Right. Yeah. It's a different class.
Totally different
what
class
you were in
of
before. When you're not in the right gear, I can see your head shaking. You know you're in the wrong gear. You're shaking your head. You're pissed off.
Yeah.
And and you can say then you're having the downshift, getting the right gear, and and all that.
Just losing all sorts of time.
Yeah. I can see the frustration. You're going. I can see your helmet going like that.
All right, let me go try this again.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. Put it to you this way, so in 3 sessions I've dropped a second and a half, a little more than a second and a half. I feel pretty good about that. I'm still learning this thing on a really slick track.
Right.
Man, I can't believe how much I'm sliding through turn 5.
Yeah, and you're like I say, on these tires are a little bit different. They may be a little slower.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean,
well, one thing I will say, even though my lap times are not yet where I want them to be, I'm still faster than when I went with the Honda.
Right. And a lot of variables today for sure.
Yeah. So
the motor sounds way better.
Oh my gosh, it's like.
And you're already way faster, right?
Yeah.
What was your top end speed on the Honda that you recall?
67.
And you were like almost
4.5.
72.
Yeah, almost 72. So I'm.
And you're not even
5 miles an hour. Yeah.
And you're like on 6th gear, like for a nanosecond.
Yeah. All I need to do is if I can.
Matter of fact, it's almost like you don't need to use 6.
Yeah. If I can get out of 9 better,
right,
that's immediately going to be half a second.
Right. Good job. You happy?
Oh yeah.
Feels good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jack, thank you so much, brother.
Oh yeah.
As always, I owe you dinner. I'm gonna take this man to a really nice steak dinner or something. The only problem is he doesn't want to be. Yeah, he's a vegetarian. Sure he is. The big problem is he just doesn't want to be seen in public with me anywhere other than the racetrack.
Or Dairy Queen.
Or Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
We could do that.
Queen, yeah.
We could do that.
Everybody's asking me what am I feeling when I go and drive the Rok Shifter engine versus the Honda. And I've done it now about 3 or 4 times. Obviously, I'm not out at North Texas Kartways. I'm at the Dallas Karting Complex because I'm wanting to experience the engine in multiple tracks and try to give you a good feel of, just how does the engine feel? And I'll tell you this. Number one, the vibration levels on the Rok are much lower than
what you would experience with the Honda. The other part is that a lot happens really, really fast with the Rok from about 10,000 RPMs up. It really pulls. I mean, you can really feel the extra power and the extra RPMs. There's no question it's a whole lot faster. I'm still learning the dynamics of the power curve a little bit. I'm still learning how to tune the carburetor. I have not optimized the carburetor yet. And I've noticed that in shifting, when you shift gears, you've got to go and be really positive as you shift up or down. It's easy to miss a gear compared to the Honda that just kind of snicked in. And I don't know if that's because it had already worn itself in versus the Rok has everything brand new. The gears are brand new. Everything is like really crisp and tight. Maybe that's what we're experiencing, but I'm definitely having to program myself to make a really aggressive shift. Other than that, man, I love the engine. I mean, I'm instantly faster, which makes sense. More horsepower, more RPM, I better be faster. So that's really, really a good thing. Now it's just a matter of going and optimizing that setup. So stay tuned as we go along. We're going to be learning more and more about what does it look like to go and optimize that setup. Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It really helps us out. Until next time, we'll see you soon.